Howdy y'all and welcome to Lex Lives. I think it's time to play a little Minecraft. Alright. I was shooting squid. So I found a... Is it just me or is that arrow leaking? Do my arrows leak stuff? No? Why are these arrows leaking? Weird. I wonder why they were leaking stuff. I don't know. So, yeah, I found this jungle temple while I was exploring. And I thought we could take a look at the jungle temple together. I think this could potentially be the first jungle temple. Okay, something hit me. I took damage. Weird. I took damage. I can't find anyone to have caused it. But I think this is the first jungle temple I've found. Look, somebody just... You caused it. Alright. Now you did. I've been finishing off maps. That was a loud noise upstairs. And so I've been working on this second map in my zoomed out map attempt. Alright. But, yeah, Jungle Temple. Oh, it got me. Boop. You can't get me now. You can't get me now. And then I put torch right on top of your face. Oh, dang it. That one's getting me. Whew, look at all those bars of gold. Bars of iron. I should probably just take these, right? I mean, let's get the things that are actually useful. You know, that's not a useful thing. There you go. Things that I don't want to have to make, you know? Things that I can save myself time if I just steal them here. Do I have, do I have vines back at home? Do you think I have vines back at home? I think that's iffy. You know, I don't need is 1,000 arrows. I'm gonna grab some vines here while I'm standing here. I'm sure I've got vines back at home though, right? I've got the jungle trees. Oh, this guy acts like I've never seen a vine before, so who knows? Alright. I have no idea. I know there's a pattern to it. Oh, Does it just open up a hole up here? I always thought it opened up a door down here for some reason. Ooh, Curse of the Vanishing. That's a bad one. I definitely don't need bones. I will take this saddle, though. That's something you don't get very often. I'll also take these sticky pistons, because who wants to make sticky pistons? Yeah, let's do that. Let's keep the... I already did that. And let's take this guy, too. Not the bones. Not... There you go. Sometimes I need a redstone repeater. So there we go. Jungle Temple searched. And I get back to the old map. On the map. Okay, I should probably leave the temple before I attempt to crawl through the jungle. Ooh, it drowned. Hey, drowny boy. You made splashing sound when I hit you with my sword. That's a bit weird. Just saying. It's kind of dark in here. So it's been a pretty quiet couple of days here. I like that. I like it when it's quiet. Although, we, I don't know, probably about 9 o'clock last night, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my evening. I wanted to just go to bed. I probably should have, I guess, not to sleep, but because I've been watching Dragon Ball Super on my tablet, and it's one of those subtitled ones, so it's a bit easier for me to watch if I'm on my tablet and not at my computer where I feel like there's 1,000 other things I could work on. But yeah, I finally got my PlayStation 3 fixed. I've talked about that a little bit. I had to buy a whole new drive, basically, and replace the drive. But it's worked for... I fixed it on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't think I've had it on today, but it worked Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So that's a big plus compared to my... It worked before dinner and then didn't work after dinner. Which is what happened the previous week. And so... Seems like I got it fixed. And then... Thursday night, man. Ugh, Thursday night, I broke my glasses. That was crazy. And it was. I found it kind of humorous because my sister was like, "You." No, because she was cleaning her kids' glasses with lens cleaner, and I was like, I just use a wet paper towel. It's probably easier to find and cheaper. And she was like, yeah, it looks like you clean your glasses with a wet paper towel, because they hadn't been cleaned in a couple of days. And if you ever worn glasses, you know you can't leave them laying around for 2 days without them looking like they've been crawling around through an attic. I don't know what the deal is with glasses, but man, they get dirty fast. And so I went to clean them Thursday night before I went to bed, and snapped them right in half. And then I pieced them back together with some duct tape and a toothpick. Obviously, I wasn't going to go out in public like that, but I did need to be able to see while I was at home. Luckily, I didn't have any more work to do, so I sent her a text message Friday when I got out. I'm like, hey, what time do you get off of work? Because I broke my glasses and I need a ride to Walmart, which is where I got the glasses. This is like the third or fourth time. I think the fourth time I've done this. So, um, but strangely, it's been like 12 years, I want to say, that I've been getting these particular frames. And the last time, or the first time I went in and I got the frames, uh, was an eye appointment. And then the second time I went in and they got me new lenses. And the woman was like, "Hey, we still have those in stock if that's what you want." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, fine." I'm not picky. I mean, I am picky, but I'm not that picky. And I don't think I'd want like thick plastic pink frames with ladybugs on the corners or something. Not that there's anything wrong with that, just not my style. And so, because I'd totally wear that if that was my style. But so then I'm like, come back the next time for an eye appointment because I felt like things at a distance were a little fuzzier than I'd prefer. And the doctor was like, "Yeah, your eyes really haven't changed." I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess fuzzy it is." And so then I didn't get new glasses that time, and then I snapped them in half, cleaning them. I've really got to clean them more carefully, I guess. I think it's because the way I clean them, I grab onto them by one lens, and then I clean the other lens, and then I swap opposite and do the same thing over again, and I think that's the problem. Is this another jungle temple? I just found a second jungle temple. That's crazy. I can never find these things when I need them. That's crazy. No, I have been here before. Or no, why is it open? I have been here before. I have looted it. I just didn't take all the loot. Weird. Did I take the... No, I didn't... I didn't take all the loot. That's weird. Well, I took those ones. Why didn't I take the back two? Bizarre. So, those are really close together, though. This is bizarrely close together. That's like two in the same jungle. I feel like that's rare. I mean, not that rare, but for me, that's like super rare. So then of course, everything has to be a huge ordeal with my family, and so having to go to the store to get new frames. Oh, I was talking about my frames, right, right. So I snapped them in half, and I go there, and so then the lady's like, I'm like, man, I snapped my glasses in half, so I don't know if I gotta get an eye appointment or if you have frames that'll fit my lenses. And she's like, well, let me look. And she's like, I've actually got the same frames still in stock. And I'm like, oh, well, because the last time I got glasses, I had to wait for them to come in because they had to make the frames. And so I didn't know they'd just go right in the other frames. I thought they had to make the frames special to the glasses. And apparently not. I mean, apparently they did, but they also can just use the ones that are in stock. So she's like, yeah, I can just swap out the lenses right here. I'm like, all right, do that then. So then I went up with the same glasses. And then the next time I snapped them in half, I went back. Same thing. She was surprised they were still in stock. So I come in and I'm like, hey, I got my glasses here. And she's like, I'll see if we have these. I'm like, there's no way I can't imagine you still have these. It's been like 12 years I've been getting these same frames. And she's like, well, are they under warranty? I'm like, no, it's been like 3 or 4 years since I've been in to get glasses, so they're obviously not under warranty, and I just can't imagine that you still have the same. I have the same frames in stock, she says. I'm like, I am shocked. She's like, so do you just want new frames? I'm like, yeah, just give me new frames. I'm like, I just passed an eye exam for my driver's license, so I guess if I'm good enough to drive, I'm good. Uh, I still feel like maybe just since things are slightly fuzzier than I'd prefer, but you know what? The eye doctor tells me and the DMV tells me I'm wrong. I guess I'll believe them. Uh, but yeah, and then we wound up having to go to grocery shopping because that hadn't been done yet for the week, and that was an ordeal in and of itself because three things converge. One, the store has rearranged their shelves. There were signs everywhere that were like, if you're looking for this particular item, it is now in a different aisle than the one you expected it to be in. Like, I walked to the pop section. I don't grocery shop very often, but I do sometimes go. And so I knew on the list was the things I put on the list. And so I was going to go back and grab my pop, and I was pushing the cart, so I was in charge of where we started, I guess. And so I went to the pop because it's at the back, and then I always work my way from the back where the pop is at to the front. And I get there, and I'm like, huh, it's all water. I'm like, where's the pop? It was an aisle over, which, you know, was bizarre to me because it used to be pop. And then my brother-in-law, he's like, "Oh yeah, they rearranged in all the aisles, so everything's in a different spot now. I hate it." And so that was issue number one we had with grocery shopping. Issue number two is my sister was also there, and they do not shop the same way. And so. We make a list. Just, you know, you need something, you put it on the grocery list, and then once the list is done, then once the list is done here, and they take it grocery shopping, that's where we diverge. So my brother-in-law, he just takes the list as is, and then when he gets to the store, he has read the list, and then he folds it up and puts it in his pocket, and then just buys what he remembers was on the list. Which is why he often comes home without some of the items. And my sister, she sits down and writes a new list. Oh man, this is the last of my food. She sits down and writes a new list in the order of what she thinks the aisles are in that particular order. And so, like, if there's pop on the list, then she puts all the pop at the top of the list because it's the first place you start. You start at the back and you work your way to the front. And so we get there, and my brother-in-law has the list, only it's folded up in his pocket. And so when he grocery shops, he wanders back and forth and back and forth. And my sister, she wants the list in the right order, and but she also wanders back and forth because she forgets to get things that are on the list, especially this time when she didn't have the list. And I was just like, how about you just give me the list? Because when I grocery shop, I just start at the back, and then I look over the list, which is one page. It's not like it's 100-page list, and see if there's anything in that particular aisle that I'm supposed to pick out. So, and then I get it, and then I go down the list, or then I hit. I don't go down the list. I go to the next aisle, and then I look on the list. Is there anything in this aisle that I need to pick up? is there anything in the next aisle I need to pick up? And, well, they weren't having that. And so he's got the list in his pocket. We're like 6 aisles in from the back. And then he realizes we forgot something that was in aisle number 2. And then him and my sister are arguing with each other over how to correctly fill out the list. And I'm like, well, couldn't we just look at the list? Shut up. Nobody told me to shut up, but, you know, it's like, shh. We'll work the list. You just push the cart, you know, kind of thing. So, yeah, it was an ordeal. Anyways, and so we got done with grocery shopping, and then they had to go school clothes shopping for their one kid. And I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? That's the one thing I hated most when I was a kid, was clothes shopping. And now you're making me go clothes shopping. Well, I didn't go into the stores, but I was, you know, sitting in the car. I'm like, I didn't bring anything to do. I didn't think we were going to go clothes shopping. Ugh, I hate clothes shopping so much. I am not a clothes person. I just don't care. I pick out a shirt. I buy multiples of that shirt. I especially now where I just wear a t-shirt at home every day. Since I work from home, it don't matter what I look like. So I just bought a bunch of t-shirts and a bunch of shorts and called it good. And now I used to have to dress up and basically a suit. And I feel like it's to me it's funny because my current job I work from home and I don't have any kind of dress code. But when I went to school, from elementary all the way through, maybe not college, but um, basically, elementary through high school, I went to a private school, and so I had to wear a shirt and a tie and dress shoes and dress pants every day, uniform. And then I think this is the way home. I have actually forgotten which way is the way home at this point, but I think this is the way home. And so I kind of wanted to make it all the way home before time ran out here because I want to add this map to my wall. It would help if I had some food. I wonder if I can get some food at this village over here. Can you eat beets? I know there's a beet field here because I was over here earlier. There's some wheat. I could make some bread, I guess. Well, I could make some bread if I had room to hold bread. Hey, guys. Now. Ooh, that spider's fast. Get back fast, spider. Okay, he wasn't that fast. Why is that pig marching toward me? And then when I was in college, oh no, there's a hole and I fell in it. Come on, get out of this hole. Get out of this hole. No, don't. No. I mean, I'm not gonna die, I guess. But I wanted to plug that in, and then I couldn't. I did not get my wheat. Dang it. Oh, I did get some rotten flesh, though. That'll work. And so when I went to college, I worked at college, and so there was a dress code for that. Although it didn't involve a tie, it did involve dressing up. And so I did wind up dressing up for work there. Ooh, look at all the papers. That's awesome. Oh no! They turned my guy inside the building into a zombie? Well, that sucks. Don't turn my guys inside into zombies. Now let's see if we can get this wheat. There we go. Then I can make some bread. Hey. Hey. I wasn't even near that. I hate when you do that. At least blow up when you're next to me. Not after I've gone around the corner and left. Okay. There we go. Alright, now, map. Oh man, it's still a long ways. So, and then once I graduated from there, my next job was suit. And then I kept that job for 16 years, something like that. And then my new job is no dress code. I've never had a job that hasn't required a dress code until this one. Well, I mean, technically, some of my manual labor jobs I've had didn't require a dress code, but it wouldn't be smart to not at least dress appropriately, which usually did involve some kind of long sleeve shirt for a lot of it. Definitely pants and boots and sometimes gloves, depending on which job it was. I've had a few. And so yeah, so it's nice now not to have to worry about that. But that means that I don't go clothes shopping. I go click, 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 order 3 of these in the same color or different colors, depending on what I feel like at the moment, and wear them until I need new ones. What? Oh, that's the crane. I'm like, what is that poking up out of the top there? I'm almost home. We're going to make it home to put this on the wall so I can see what it looks like next to the other one. Because I do already have one of these far out maps done. But yeah, so clothes shopping. I hate doing it. I hate it. When I was a kid, there was nothing worse for shopping wise than clothes shopping. I hated it so much. There was actually bam, look at that. Whew. So now I guess I should go. Oh, I didn't even finish this map. I didn't. Or did I? What is this? That's just not finished, right? Yeah, because I think some of this didn't get quite done either. Alright, let's take this map. And then I'll get a new map here. Okay, first off, let's unload some of the things that I ended up with here. Uh, so, yeah, so then we get through all that, and then by the time that's all done, like, it's already like 7 or 8 hours has gone by. And, that's a lot of, I didn't realize I had so many saddles. It's a lot of out and about when all I wanted was to get new frames for my glasses. Yeah, so got that done, and then, okay, I need some food. I'd prefer not to use up my pork chops. I want to save those for something special, but I don't really have anything else, do I? I guess I better go potato picking here. And, oh, and then I want to tell one more quick story here. Ooh, that was loud. The guys I game with, this is kind of funny to me. The guys I game with are always hounding me to get Overwatch, and I told them I would never buy it because I don't care for multiplayer shooters. In fact, it's one of my biggest disappointments with a game from Bethesda, who's my favorite company practically, for games, because this one time I bought one of their games and it turned out to be a fake multiplayer shooter. Like, I thought there was going to be a single player shooter aspect to it, and I thought it would be awesome. And instead, it was this multiplayer shooter where the single player version was AI controls everybody else, and but you were still stuck doing multiplayer shooter, and I don't like that. But so I always been trying to get them to buy other shooter games since they like shooters. I have Destiny 2 on my computer that I never play because I play it on my PlayStation, but they don't own PlayStations, and so, I wouldn't expect them to shell out to buy a PlayStation, but they're always like, you need to get Overwatch, and I finally get Destiny 2, and I'm like, why don't you guys get Destiny 2? We could totally play Destiny 2 together. Well, I don't want to buy Destiny 2. I already have Overwatch. Well, I don't want to buy Overwatch because I already have Destiny 2. So why am I the one that's got to do the game buy on here? Huh? But, yeah, so my Humble Bundle monthly this month included Overwatch. So we'll see. They haven't asked me to play yet, but they do ask me a lot to get it. I'm not particularly good at it, so I've only played a little bit, and it's different. It's not what I'm used to in a first person or in a multiplayer shooter. It's a lot slower. I was not expecting that. I'm used to a more fast-paced multi-weapon would be nice. It seems very, I don't know. I don't know what the term would be for it. It seems alright. I'm not saying it's terrible or anything. Once again, it's just one of those things where there's nothing wrong with it, it's just not my thing. I went in expecting it to be more like what I'm familiar with when it comes to multiplayer shooters, and this one's not quite like that. I played Paladins, which it's similar to, but I liked Paladins better, I think. Paladins was quicker paced, and you could do more with your character, and I feel very limited in Overwatch because, yeah, there's a lot of different characters, but, like, not everybody can run, which is weird. Not everybody has a grenade type weapon, which I've never played a shooter like that before. I'm not saying I played all the shooters, but I don't know. There's a lot of shields and stuff that I'm not sure I like, but yeah. Anyways, I just thought it was funny that I finally have Overwatch. All right, with that, click like, subscription, catch the next one. I will talk to you later.